Hey everybody, Chris here. No fancy intros to this one. We've got a big dump going on a Sunday night, and we're going to talk through a lot of different conditions that are causing it, as well as just commiserating, like, what can you do now, right? What can you do now? So welcome everybody. Chris Pax here, talking not only Doge, but Bitcoin and more ETH. ETH is just getting hammered just about more than anything else. The ETH bears are really out, and they're hunting leverage positions, huge leverage positions getting liquidated. There was one earlier today that I tweeted that I'll show you, was one leverage trade of $27 million. Somebody had a $27 million leverage long trade that got liquidated. So, yes, I'm here. Welcome, everybody. I wish it was on better terms. I'd rather have a bunch of green candles going up and we could be together celebrating, but instead we're here looking at this dump in the markets. And we even see it on the stock market, pre-market. The futures, what they call the stock futures, are all down. NASDAQ over 2%. I'm getting notifications from Robinhood that MicroStrategy is already down and Coinbase is down, and all of those that sort of do this so-called 24-hour trading, it's all down. So anyway, let me drop down here in the corner. Dogecoin came all the way down to 8.88. 8.88. So sub 9-cent Dogecoin right there for just 10 seconds. For 10 seconds. If somebody said they bought Dogecoin below 9 cents, don't believe them, because the chance of you actually buying that were minuscule. So number of factors leading to this that we'll get to. But yeah, Bitcoin 54,500 now, and it dropped right below my support line here. This orange line there came right below to 53.1, did not hit 52,000, although there were some leveraged trades that were in the 52s that on some exchanges got nicked. And then ETH, big, huge wick down to 2,100 on ETH, big drop down. Again, hunting leverage positions. And we see that in the past 24 hours, ETH has had $240 million. $240 million of leveraged trades liquidated. Bitcoin 225. See where Doge is. Doge is right there. $8.7 million of Doge trades liquidated. Look at all these ETHs. Look at all these ETH trades just getting liquidated. Just tons of them. Tons of ETH trades. So this is taking out leverage trades from months ago. People just holding on with their leverage, thinking they're going to get more and more and more, and didn't happen. I mean, even like a $600,000 floki bet. I wanted to find that big one though that I saw. There's a $10 million XBT. This thing just keeps moving on me. Anyway, we did have earlier, I did tweet it, that the $27 million bet liquidated. So yeah, this isn't done yet, guys. This is not recovering, especially on the ETH side. I mean, what can you do at this point, right? I mean, you're not going to sell. Are you going to panic sell 9.3, 9.2 cent Dogecoin? No, right? Do we still believe in cryptocurrency and the overall view of what cryptocurrency is and where this can all be going? So Is it a buying opportunity? There are some people who can look at it that way and look at this as a gift. This is a gift, right? 9-cent Dogecoin again. For those who didn't buy the last time Doge was at this price back in February, well, here's an opportunity now. But then you say, oh, I'm going to wait for it to drop to 7 cents, or I'm going to wait for it to drop to 6 cents. Okay, you can do that. But I'm just holding on. I'm just holding on. And I still believe in the longer term outlook of cryptocurrency, and that this is a pullback still within an overall bull market. I mean, particularly if you look at Bitcoin and you go out to the daily and you zoom out. So Bitcoin has been in this pattern here, this pattern since February. And one could say that this is like 1, 2, and now 3 humps, sort of 3 humps there, still within the same, I was drawing this triangle, or this wedge, was starting to draw it and see how that would play out. And it's still within this range. Bitcoin is not dropping down to $30,000. Overall, I mean, Doge is daily a little bit worse, but we know that's how Doge goes. Ethereum's is bad. This is a huge drop in ETH. A lot of panic selling in ETH going on right now. So that's the overall view. Let me check in on the chat, see how you guys are doing as we commiserate on this dump tonight in the crypto markets together. Yeah, this is what we got, guys. This is where we are. The market makers are really ruining our Sunday. Yes, James. This is a lot of leverage hunting in a weak market. I mean, very weak. I mean, look at the volume. Look at the volume down here on Doge. While Doge had recovered, the volume just almost died completely. So very ripe for the market to dump. And again, the indicators are that Japan's economy is terrible. They had a 6% drop on Friday, and then pre-market already this morning in Japan, the Monday morning, they were down significantly, targeting another 6% loss in Japan, and that is affecting markets worldwide. So we're seeing that reaction to that, as well as war fears between Iran, Lebanon, Israel, all of that going on. The economy still isn't great. All these recession fears around the world, not just the United States. So all of this is boiling together to weakness in the markets. But you say, hey, Kriss, what about Bitcoin being a safe haven? Still a risk-on trade, risk-on asset, though. And so you get selling. You get selling going on. This is lame, but I'm sure this is normal, Tom Code. Yeah. I have 55,000 Dogecoin, Johnny says, at 14.7 cents. I keep buying. Your average was originally 45 cents. Yeah, I remember, Johnny, from 2021. And now, if you buy more at 9 cents, you bring that average down even more. Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, Mars, I saw your comment. I was already here setting this up when your comment came in, going live. So glad you were able to make it. There will be a rebound, Enrique. It may take a while, though. It could be a long night. It's not going to be an immediate V-shaped rebound, I don't think. This isn't that kind of dump here. This is one that could stay down for a while. A bit of a bloodbath, yes, JD. Do it for families buying more. 9.3 cent Doge. It's going to be a tough week, but yeah, over the past 3 months, I went from being up close to 200% to only 30%. I know. I look at where my portfolio was back in March, and that portfolio was looking really good. And it's been tough. April, May, June, July. And you look at Dogecoin now in the more immediate on the daily, and you count down now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th red candle in a row on Dogecoin. I don't think that's ever happened in Dogecoin's history. 10 daily candles in a row. Ouch. That hurts. Dogecoin now down 10% in just the last hour and a half. A 10% drop. So yeah, that's pretty steep. But even Bitcoin is down 7% in an hour and a half. But ETH is by far the worst, down 14% just in the past hour and a half. That's what we've got. You got the notification. Thank you, Hiram. Yep, here I am. Thanks for stopping in. Rocky, the entire world is crashing. I know. Well, stock markets around the world, markets very negative outlook going on, and crypto is responding as you would expect it to. Mr. USA, welcome. It's not just Iran and Israel. It's the recessionary fears around the world, and Japan's economy is just awful, and they're kind of, the first big exchange to start trading on a Monday there, and it's not good. Yep, Japan market literally crashing. Hey, Jack, how are you? Yep. Yeah, for those of us that have been around, we've experienced these pullbacks before. You're going to be seeing all the YouTube videos tomorrow morning saying crash. What do you consider a crash? In crypto, I mean, you might say 10% in an hour and a half. Is that a crash? No, not in crypto. Not in crypto. Again, you zoom out, again, particularly in Bitcoin, and we are right back on Bitcoin where Bitcoin was first, July 4th. July 4th, we were at the same point. We haven't dropped below that. And then you go back to February, and this is right where Bitcoin was. So not a complete crash here. But yeah, 54,500 on Bitcoin. 9 cent Doge. Will we see much of a recovery tonight? We'll see. Regret not selling half my position to secure profits at 20. Got greedy. We all were, Tedward. And you can't have regrets. You can't do that. Or try not to anyway. Because, I mean, all you can do now is, okay, so what do I do now with the information that I have in front of me? What do I do now? So some will see buying opportunities. I mean, you look back at like the COVID crash back in March of 2020, where most people were panic selling, but there were a lot of people who were opportunity buying. And when they did that, they reaped bigger profits. There's that saying, right? When there's blood in the streets, right? That's when you buy. Tonight looks like one of those nights. Will it go down more? It could. It definitely could. Right now, we're starting to see some stability as Doge is getting up to 9.5 cents now. We'll see what happens with the volume. But yeah. Hey, Volks, how are you? Yeah, I don't even look at my overall portfolio. On days like today, I don't even look at it because, again, it's a longer term view. And this volatility of this drop, I mean, I know generally if I take a 10% hit on my overall portfolio, that's a lot of money. But again, as long as I don't sell, it's not a loss. And I'm still up overall on my overall portfolio. Probably half of my coins now are negative from where I bought them. But again, my Dogecoin average is still around 6.5 cents. So at 9.5, I'm still up, close to 50% on my Doge, and that's my biggest holding overall in my portfolio. But to see a lot of these that I've had for a long time go all the way back to where I bought them, a year and a half ago, that's pretty tough to see. Greed. Yeah. I mean, I was feeling pretty euphoric, I would say, back in March. The portfolio was up a lot. Everything was looking good. But again, I was looking at the 4-year cycles. Yeah, it was early in the cycle to have that kind of run. Looks in hindsight, that was all on the backs of those Bitcoin spot ETFs. And that was a sort of a front running, Bitcoin based, bull run that was going on then. I'd predicted there would be a pullback after the Bitcoin halving. Didn't think it would be as bad as it's been, but Nice wants to look at the bubbles. Yeah, the bubbles are red. The bubbles are very red and very big numbers. Very big numbers on the bubbles. Let's see, what are the ones that got hit? Tau 22, Mantle 22, Beam 17. People were saying $4 Beam. Well, this is, I don't know Beam prices. I don't follow it. ENS 18, that's that Ethereum name service. DOT 16 down. There's ETH 18% down. ETH just got slammed. Bad for ETH. I mean, it's very, very red, yes. Some have held out a little better than others, but overall, don't panic, folks says. How long will this last? Yeah, someone in the comments on my YouTube video on Friday said that Doge was going to 5 cents. I mean, that, like I said on Friday during the live stream, I mean, you'd have to have Bitcoin going down to 30K for Doge to go to 5 cents. I don't think we're in that kind of panic mode, crash mode. This doesn't change cryptocurrency at all. This is a reaction to this world, news going on, delayed from the recessionary fears we talked about during Friday's live stream, because that was all about that. Handcuffed, JD. Yeah, kind of. I mean, you're in it, right? You've invested into these coins and you're seeing the price go down and there's not a damn thing you could do about it because you don't know how long this is going to go. You could panic sell at 9.4 cents here for Doge, but then what if it goes back up to 10 cents? Then you've panic sold at 9.4 and you'll be buying back in at a higher price. That could happen on a dip like this. We saw it back on July 4th. And remember, if I was live the night of July 4th, and we were watching the same exact thing play out. Do you remember that? The same thing was playing out on July 4th. Right there. Same exact thing played out. You can look at it on the 4-hour chart and see that. That was this dip there. And we're now in the same place. So yeah, but we're at the same point that we were there on July 4th. Are we going to see the same kind of recovery back up to 11 cents like we saw there on July 5th and 6th? Maybe. I think it's going to be harder this time because there's going to be so much negativity in the markets. The stock market is going to open in the United States here in about 12 hours, and it's not going to look good. It's going to be red. So it's going to be pretty hard to have these big green candles in crypto while the NASDAQ and S&P 500 are getting pummeled. So I think we're going to be down for a little while. But you're still going to see videos with titles like Bitcoin to 100K and Doge to $10 because some YouTubers just can't help themselves. So you are going to see some of that. I have the same amount of Doge at 11 cents as I do at 9 cents. Exactly. One Doge always equals one Doge. Yeah, Joshua Wed Lambo. Exactly, right? Exactly. Dogecoin to the moon, right? Dogecoin to the moon. Got it. These liquidations are just continuing. ETH just getting hammered again. There's a lot of heavy leverage trading going on with Ethereum. And it's just, I mean, we looked at the numbers. $240 million in ETH leverage wiped out. 225 in Bitcoin wiped out. 27 in one trade on Huobi. One leverage trade of $27 million. And I was watching the Bitcoin chart go down, and I was watching it. And as soon as that liquidation happened, it was like, yep, they were hunting that one. Weakness in the market and the exchanges and the market makers, they go leverage hunting. And we saw that tonight. Hold the line. Don't give away your crypto. Mr. USA, holding for long-term capital gains, buying dips, zero fear. Very good. Dips don't last. That's true. Again, this is very similar to July 4th. Very similar. Good time to buy. You're about to put another G into Doge. Yeah, spot only. I'm not touching leverage. You do a leverage trade here, this thing could turn around and just go lower, and then you have zero. If you get wiped out on leverage, you have zero. If you buy spot, at least you have the Doge. With leverage, it's gone. So Should you be scared? I still think overall cryptocurrency is going to see gains this cycle. So this past week has been tough, this day particularly. But I think we've got to hold out until September, October, November, because I do think leading up to the United States presidential election, the crypto market is going to do well. We just got to get there. We just got to get there. James, this could have been the bottom. This could have been it. Dogecoin just touched 8.88 right here. This is on Binance. That could have been the bottom for this drop. I don't know. We're not seeing a huge immediate V-shaped recovery going on. This is a 15-minute chart here. More opportunity to gobble up. Keep your jobs, keep investing. Yeah, if you've got a good job, just hold on to it. Do whatever you need to do to keep just to keep working. Keep that salary. Particularly with jobless claims, increasing recessionary fears. Just keep working. Again, everything you put into crypto should have been money you're willing to risk, right? You're willing to risk that. But I know we saw big gains in March. And now here we are, beginning of August, and we're less than half the price that we saw. So that's a big drop. Bear market, I'm not ready to talk about bear market yet. Don't even look at your portfolio anymore. I know. Wargasm sold in February. Well, if you sold in February, you missed the run on Doge because that didn't happen until March. Just saying. Told you. That's not a nice thing to say. But what are you going to do now? That's what you got to think about. What are you going to do about now? Are you going to be bold and buy on the dip? Or are you just going to say, I told you so? Sui is a great project, Fladen. But again, prices are down on everything right now. Sui has a challenge in a lot of the token unlocks because it's still a new project. And that is going to continue to challenge Sui. I have a little bag of Sui down on it now, waiting for things to turn around. Sui might be one that's a longer term hold. We all getting wrecked. Well, you know, this is tonight. We'll see where we are tomorrow and see whether this turns around. But again, between Japan, recessionary fears, Lebanon, Iran, Israel conflict, we still have Russia-Ukraine conflict going on. We've got some riots in the UK going on. A lot of uncertainty around the world. That makes it tough for the markets to do well. So it's all of that. Again, like I said, this 8.8 could have been the bottom here. I'm not betting on 6 cents. I'm not waiting with a whole load of cash for Doge to drop down to 6 cents. I'm not doing that. I last bought at 995. That was my last Doge purchase, was 995 on the dip, had a limit order set. It hit at 995. So, well, Samuels, glad I could come on. We can commiserate a bit together here, guys. Just keep your chats coming. See what you guys think, what questions you have. CJS also thinks 6 cents. The big war. Well, again, if it's Iran does not have a huge military. We saw that before back in April. And I'm not worried about Iran. I'm really not. Now, together with Hezbollah, and if like Jordan gets involved somehow and it could grow into something wider, possibly, I'm sure the US is going to do what they can to sort of try and keep the peace there. But Israel has a right to defend itself. So there's that too. It's a tough situation, definitely. What's the purpose of an e-wallet? I don't know what you mean about e-wallet, unless like you're talking like a trust wallet, like what that's on your phone for holding cryptocurrency. Not quite sure what you're asking about. Thanks for the super chat. Well, Levesque, what's up? You're holding strong? Buying the dip? Yeah, that Venezuela election, it'll be interesting to see how that ends up. But that's typical kind of socialist / communist dictator stuff going on down there. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, Eli, hopefully stays above 8 cents. I agree. Because we have no control over it, right? Even whatever we can buy on the dip isn't going to affect the market. The market is much bigger. Like I've been showing all of the huge leverage positions that have been liquidated. That's a lot of money. And those are huge bets. Huge bets people are making on both the long and the short side. That's what moves the markets. Yeah, there's some panic selling going on at the same time. So there's some of that. Like I was saying last week, it'll be nice when we finally get all the green candles and they start taking out all those huge short positions. The liquidations go all the way up to 73K on Bitcoin. But wow, we're a long ways from that right now. You got the notification, Yealy? Here I am. Thank you. Knockstar's been saying 5 cents. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know, low roller. Not quite like 2017. Because I have looked at those charts. I wasn't following crypto at the time, but I've looked back at 2017. And I mean, 2017 was on the 4-year cycle still. 2016 and what happened with Bitcoin in 2016 is probably more appropriate to compare than 2017, because the end of 2017 was all just up, 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 up. And I don't see crypto doing that. Not at those levels. Not this year in 2024. Military jock buying more. Is this a bull trap? I don't see this as a bull trap, Rodrigo. I just see this as fear in the market, and the combination of panic selling because of that fear, as well as the leverage hunting, the exchanges, money, the market makers actually doing shorting themselves, probably to drive the prices down, to liquidate those big leveraged positions. Yeah, what George covered in 2018 and 2020 were, yeah, a lot of bear market. I mean, there was a lot of them. And you can go and you can look at Bitcoin's chart and see the days where there were big, huge pullbacks. This is one of them today. The McDonald's hiring team, you're here. This is not good. Those without a job. Applications online. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into politics, but I don't know if that's going to really turn into a big thing or not. Yeah, spell tokens down too. Haven't looked at the number. This is only the beginning, Jonesing thinks. You had some trades wrecked, Enrique. Sorry to hear it. That's why I only buy spot. I don't do leverage, and I don't short. Not in this market. Sunday clearance sale. 9.3 cent Dogecoin. For those waiting to buy Doge at a low price. Yeah, and I haven't been saying $1 this year for Doge. What will it take for crypto market as a whole to not just recover, but actually get a bull run going? So we can target the middle of September when the US Fed is supposed to drop interest rates. I think there'll be a lot of anticipation of that leading up to that FOMC meeting, the middle of September. But traditionally, we've looked at the 4-year cycles and what happens in October and November. Those are huge months, huge positive months of trading. And I am expecting that is when we're going to see the real recovery of the crypto market. And it's going to be very painful between now and then getting there. $0.06 easy. We'll see, Knockstars. If you buy a little crypto every day, low roller, time in the market beats timing the market. Some may say that. Oh, but I could have sold all my Doge at 22 cents back in March and then rebought it all in here at 9 cents. Nobody knew. Nobody knew where the prices were going to go. It's easy to look back in history at the charts and say, oh, I could have bought here and sold here and bought here. But now as it's live and you're looking at the price right now, what is it going to do next? Knockstars thinks 6 cents. And are you waiting? Do you have a big bag of cash? Bunch of USDT just sitting there waiting? So when Doge hits 6 cents, you're going to buy a crap ton of it? Or are you just talking? Can I show the pullback chart comparison from previous Bitcoin halvings? Sure. We'll have to go to the weekly to show the halvings here. But this is the halving line right here that we just had. Bitcoin at halving was about 65K. So we're like, 55K, so somewhat below. Pullback, run up, pullback, run up, pullback. So that's here. So we go back in time. And 2020, there was not a huge pullback after the Bitcoin halving here. It looks like Bitcoin is at about 9K, and it kind of went sideways in the 8s through the summer of 2020. Not any big drop after that halving. Here's 2016's Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin is at $650. It dropped below $500. Look at that, right around the 1st of August. The halving that year was in June. So that's a pretty big drop from 650 down to 500. That's pretty similar to 65,000 down to 50,000, isn't it? That's very similar to 2016. Look at that. That is very similar right there. About a 30% drop. So yeah, this is kind of looking more like 2016 is what I would say. So here we are, beginning of August, and we're on this dip, similar to Bitcoin going down below $500. Started to recover in September, but then October, November, up over 1,000. So it doubled from 500 to 1,000 from the beginning of August on the dip to the end of December. If Bitcoin repeated that now, we would go from 50K to 100K. Imagine that. And then, of course, look what happened in 2017. Bitcoin just went crazy. I'm not counting on that. But that's kind of an interesting view of it. But here we are now, and we're still in the range. We're at the bottom of the range, but we're still in the range. 54,000. Doge is now at 9.17. Doge is below the range. Ouch. This is the 15-minute chart again, watching it live. Trump called it a marvel of technology that will be the future. BTC will go up eventually and Doge with it. Yep, Derek, I think so. Hard to believe it now looking at the drops, but the top was in. We're all greedy. There's probably a lot of greed going around, Jonesing. I admit that. Probably a lot of greed back then and euphoria, and it was like it's just going to keep going up. Yep. One sign at that time should have been that Bitcoin surpassed the previous cycle's all-time high. You're having some drinks, Michael? Not selling? Yeah, what else can you do, right? Highway, how are you? Happy weekend? Yeah, kind of a depressing end of the weekend. You haven't lost anything until you sell. That's true, Teodoro. Low roller is ready with cash if Dogecoin goes under a penny. Yeah, Don, you don't lose until you sell. $0.08 Doge is a blessing. Yeah. James says, I was here. You were. Yep. This is still going on, though. Bitcoin is just dipped below 54K again. Just hit 53,990. So we're not out of the woods yet. We're not out of the woods yet. And ETH is under 2,300 now. Big drop on ETH tonight. Yeah, recession hitting hard. This is a lot. It's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. I think the Japan thing is really hitting the world markets, and the world markets are reacting to that. We can look at, if I go to Yahoo Finance, we can see the futures market for where would that be? Markets. So S&P futures is down 1.3%. NASDAQ futures is down 2.3%. So already predicting markets tomorrow morning in the United States to open negative. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous, Enrique. Bitcoin to be at $100,000 later this month. I saw that and I was just like, no. We talked about that on Friday. It's like, no. No. Glenn's looking for 7-cent Doge. Doesn't matter, 8 cents or 7 cents at this point. What if you're sitting there with all that cash or all that tether waiting for 7 cents and it never comes? You could have bought it 8. That's why people DCA. Leverage against the market. I don't touch leverage. And we're seeing again more and more. I mean, ETH is just getting pummeled. Someone's even betting the ETH BTC trading pair, and they're getting liquidated on that. Look at that. $340,000 bet on that. Here's a $1.2 million Solana trade that just got liquidated at 129 on Solana. Here's a Doge trade at 909 that just got liquidated for $128,000. I mean, these are, I'm only showing the ones over 100K here. I mean, if I change this and I just say value, you can see all of them as they're happening. And there's just a ton of small trades going on that are getting liquidated all the time. But that's in the noise. I just look at the biggest ones at 100K and above. And there's a lot of big ones. Especially ETH. ETH just getting pummeled tonight. Dogecoin to $24 by the end of the month. Yeah. Bears making a killing right now. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. But did they trade it? Did they actually trade it? That's the thing. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to actually trade it. Put your money where your mouth is, right? Yeah, crazy day today, PokePay. BTC 55K again. Yeah, and then back down to 54.2. Came up to 55, just over, and then dropped back down. Don's got 750,000 Doge at 13-cent average, holding and buying. Yeah, buy more at 9 cents. You bring that average down a little bit. I bought at 9.95, Ely. My last Doge purchase was 9.95. I had a limit order set and it hit. In case it went under 10 cents, it went under 10 cents. So I didn't get any of this 8.8 or 8.9 Doge. I do not have a limit order down there because I've got no more cash. It's all in. I'm all in crypto now. My next available cash will be about August 20th. The markets are still down there. I'll buy some more then. But as of right now, I don't have any more cash on the side. It's all in the market. Personally, I'd rather the market just turn around and see a crap ton of green candles and let's go. But that's not what's happening. Time to average down. Right? If you buy Doge every day, you catch the lowest price. Exactly. Great time to buy. But yet, be careful. That's crypto right there. Great time to buy, but be careful at the same time. Exactly. The crypto is a lot different than the 401k low roller, I think. Again, my 401k plan is safe, steady, contribute twice a month. My employer matches my contribution, and it goes into the Vanguard and the Russell. And over time, that just accumulates and accumulates and accumulates, and you build for your retirement. Crypto, you can have short-term gains, which you can actually sell and enjoy those profits. Today is not the day, but as Omar says, the bull run will begin again. Like I said in my August video, if you looked at my August Dogecoin price prediction, I said that Dogecoin would drop in the first half of August and the second half of August would recover. If you remember that, that was my prediction. It's dropping more than I thought because of the fears that are going on. I did not predict 9-cent Doge. So dropping more than I predicted, but the narrative of dropping in the first half and then recovering in the second half of August is still in play. Cumro Games, hi. Yeah, it is a wild night. I don't know if we'll be laughing about it. Like, I'm still not laughing about July 4th when there was that last big dip. Not laughing about it. But Doge recovered from 9 cents back up to 11 cents in like 2 days. I don't see that happening this time. Yeah, and I don't see Bitcoin crashing to 20K either. That would take like a total world like event to do that. And I don't see that happening. That's not what this is about. Yeah, you know what? Mixmaster here has a point. The problem is we're basing all of these coins off the greatest crap coin ever, USD. We do, And even in other countries, not only do they look at the price of the cryptocurrency in their own country's coin, but they also look at it compared to the US dollar. Because generally worldwide, crypto trades against the US dollar, USDT, which is based on the dollar, all at those prices. And while the US dollar continues to inflate away, even if crypto like stayed the same price, you would still be losing because of you lose the buying power for the dollar. So the dollar's inflating, but yet we compare prices today to prices 4 years ago. And the dollar's a lot different today than it was 4 years ago. So that's a good point. The end of the world seems closer rather than a crypto bull run. Well, iStar, we will see. What happened to Japan? Well, so we've been covering the Japanese financial markets here on and off for the past number of months. A lot because I hold a lot of Jasmy, and Jasmy is a Japanese-based cryptocurrency. And so I think and as I've been saying, if the Bank of Japan can turn around and start fixing things in the Japanese economy, and that can all turn around, then we'll be a lot better off. Japan did not react very well post pandemic with their interest rates. They just held everything at zero. So while the United States raised interest rates, Japan kept it all at zero. And that bit them in the butt big time, so to speak. Not the best economic terms, but you get the idea, right? That hurt them big time. So they're trying to climb out of this mess that they have because they didn't raise interest rates. No more shoulda, woulda, couldas, Arc of the Charm. Can't be doing shoulda, woulda, couldas. It's like, what are you going to do now? That's what you have to think about. Concentrate on that. Otherwise, you're just beating yourself up for no reason. You can learn from that, but what does that do now to how you're going to trade and how you're going to act going forward? You can buy Dogecoin every week. You never know. I buy on the dips. I set limit orders. And like I said, mine hit at $9.95. My limit order hit at $9.95. Yeah, Japan's going through a lot right now. Edmund is in Thailand. Woke up to this. Yep. Good morning. Elijah's buying more. What's the magic 8-ball question tonight? We can ask tonight if you've got a good question. And then again tomorrow. Again, I'll be on tomorrow at 4 o'clock East Coast time to see what the mess looks like Monday afternoon. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be live again then. When bottom? Again, Enrique. It's like, yeah. It could have been earlier tonight, or we could be chasing a new bottom. Bitcoin is still futzing here right at the bottom. ETH as well. Not looking good. Not showing signs of recovery from an hour ago. Just about every crypto is down over 10% over the last 2 hours. 10% in 2 hours. Ouch. Ouch. Yes. That's being cooked. I agree, Jonesy. But if you believe in the long term of crypto, though, you'll see this as a buying opportunity, and you wait for the recovery. Like I said earlier, I'm down probably now on half of my cryptos because of this drop. I'm still up on my Doge. I'm still up on Jasmy and about half of my others. But now I'm under on half. My SHIB is getting close. My average of SHIB is 10, and we're at 1188 with SHIB. So it's starting to get really close to my buy point. Algorand back down to 10 cents. Ugh. Yeah, so it's tough. Liquidations continue. More ETH and Bitcoin liquidations. Just getting pummeled. $660,000 on Huobi at 2205. So they're continuing to drop the ETH price lower on Huobi. 2205. And ETH is at 2268 on Bitstamp. Yeah. That's Justin Sun for you, I guess. I'm holding. All of this will change in a few days or weeks or months. Long investment. That's true. If you look at the cycles, they're long investments. These pullbacks, you just kind of have to survive them. When you look back, a year from now, hopefully this looks like nothing. Yeah, so the purpose, we don't call them e-wallets. So they're crypto wallets. And the purpose is to transfer your crypto off of exchanges like Robinhood and Coinbase onto a crypto wallet. This is a ledger. This is my Ledger Nano S Plus. It's my crypto wallet. It's one of them that I use. I have a link down in the description below if you want to check out Ledger. But yes, that's what you do, to self-custody your own crypto, to not keep it on exchanges. That's what you do. I don't think I used the word impossible, Kata, because that doesn't sound like something I would say. I would say I doubt it. I don't think that's going to happen, but not impossible. There's nothing impossible in crypto. I bought the dip yesterday, and then it dipped. It dipped more. Should you sell? Well, only you can answer that question. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and I'm not selling. Again, I'm looking at the bigger picture of crypto. And I believe the crypto market is going to do very well this fall, and I'm just waiting for that. Again, I've been saying all summer long, we just got to get through the summer. We just got to get through the summer. And it's tough on a night like tonight. Go back down to the street and sell yourself. Hey, you got to have a job, right? Whatever brings the money in. I was for this journey. Nothing has changed. No, nothing's changed. You can just buy more at a lower price if you believe in crypto. A bear trap? This is more like than just a bear trap here. You've got 55,000. A minute of silence. I can't be silent for a minute. Not enough information, McLean says, to not what's truly going on. All I know is we're still early for Bitcoin halving with lots of good news still on the way. It's good to have a positive outlook, which I still do. It's tough again on a day like today, on a week like we've just had. Again, we looked at the daily Dogecoin chart earlier for those that have joined more recently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th red candle on the daily in a row. Never happened in Dogecoin's history. 10 red candles in a row. So it has been a tough 10 days. We were up here at 13.5 cents on 27th of July. So that's pretty tough. What do I think about the Bitcoin power law? I don't know what that is. Bitcoin power law. There's a formula, a calculator, a price prediction. The Bitcoin power law model provides a mathematical description of Bitcoin's historical price trends, revealing a power law distribution on a log scale. Okay. It's just another way to look at past history and seeing whether the future will hit certain prices. You can do that, or you can use any other means of charts and analysis. I think it all ends up equaling the same thing. If the price follows the recent cycles, it's going to go up. Because 4 years ago it went up, and 8 years ago it went up, and 16 years ago it went up. So this year and next year it's going to go up, regardless of whether you use the Bitcoin power law or any of the other methods that all the TA people have been looking at. Nobody's saying this bull run is over in crypto. We're still in the year of the Bitcoin halving. Elon Musk tweeted about Doge 5 minutes ago. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. At Elon, did he really tweet or reply anything? Tesla Cortex. Nope. Nope. Oh, that was 2 hours ago. Nope, he hasn't done anything in the last 5 minutes except two. He did one reply here with a panda head. And then 29 minutes ago, yeah, nothing from Elon. Sorry. Are you buying the dip, Danny? That's the question. I already bought at $9.95. Like I said, I had a limit order set and it hit. Just in case it went under 10 cents again, and it did. Yeah, Danny, let's buy. Let's all buy. Yeah, not much of a reversal. What do we want to look at? Dogecoin in 2016. Dogecoin is completely different now than when it was in 2016. It's just completely different. You can't really compare it, in my opinion. Bitcoin goes under 53, then 42 is next. I don't believe that. I've already looked at 48 as being a key level. Still too much for my blood at 9.1 cent for Dogecoin? I don't know. A lot of people say Doge can't go to $1 due to how much Doge is out there. Well, in 2021, we got up to 73 cents, and that was all based on hopium. If Dogecoin's actually being used, like integrated onto like X Twitter, yeah, there's a lot of Doge out there, sure. But if it's actually being used by hundreds of millions of people, it can go to $1. Crypto is very unpredictable. In the next month, we go up and then the next day down. Yeah, not 50%, but it's 10% today, pretty much across the board. Scared money don't make money. That's what I do. I mean, that's why I'm not holding on to dollars, is I have it all in crypto, and I'm expecting to have gains on everything, just not in August of 2024. And I've never said August of 2024 is when you're going to have gains. It's going to be early 2025 is my target for starting to take profits. We'll see if October, November has some big run where we start talking about taking profits, but it's hard to talk about that right now. We're in the middle of this big dip. Danny thinks 4-cent Doge. Why do you think that, Danny? Tell me why you think that. BTC signs of reversal again at 53K. Yeah, we seem to be holding. Hey, this is my orange line. I've had this orange line on here for weeks. And it's holding. Want to see what that orange line is? I drew that. It goes all the way back as resistance in February, turned to support on July 4th, and now support again. That's my Bitcoin chart. So we seem to be holding. The liquidations are slowing down. They're probably going, if the price goes up much more, they're going to start taking out short leverage trades, because some people were probably making short trades thinking the price is going to continue to go down, and they'll start liquidating those. And I say, go for it. Yes, liquidate those shorts. Let's see a big short squeeze. I love it. Buy the dip. Cold Cheese is hoping for 6 cents. Do you have cash or Tether ready to buy at 6 cents? You got it all set up, ready to buy? And what if it doesn't? What if that was the dip right there again at 8.8, 8.9, and it doesn't go any lower? Next thing you know, Doge is at 10 cents again, and you're still waiting for 6-cent Doge, and it doesn't happen. So be careful. Seth sold all his crypto. Okay, well, good luck. You sold at 12.9, and then you're looking to buy in back in at 6 cents. Good luck. Work 2 jobs for extra cash to buy the dip. There you go. Yeah, what's going on, Niraj? What is going on? Prices are lower today than they were yesterday. That's why I'm on tonight. Everybody hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Appreciate it. We're kind of commiserating together. I'll have a video tomorrow morning where I'll get into the news. And then I'll be live again Monday at 4 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. Sort of sum up the Monday day of trading of stocks and crypto. And we'll see where Doge's price is then. If there was a way I could actually drive Uber and Lyft and do all the other things I need to do, I would do it. But I don't have time to be driving people around. This is just the beginning of the drop. You think so, Lean Lawful? I don't know. Might be time to grab some ETH. Nigel's looking at ETH at $22.99. Maybe. A lot of fear in the market. Here's an article here about this jump crypto. Could be selling. Called it 9 cents. Did you trade it though? Did you actually trade it? Did you sell higher and now we're buying lower? Because anybody can call it, but are you actually trading it? ETH chart looks like Niagara Falls. Definitely looking to buy in. Yeah, this, again, I look at this jump crypto and how much, I mean, it says they've got 315 million of ETH that they just unstaked. We could be seeing ETH actually go lower. I mean, ETH is already down 14% in just the past 2.5 hours. 14%. Doge is down 11, Bitcoin 6, ETH 14. Which, of course, you know what that means. Bitcoin dominance, right, is going up. Here's the Bitcoin dominance chart. Ben Cowan getting closer and closer to his 60% Bitcoin dominance target. But when you have something as big as ETH dropping like it has, we were buying ETH a year ago at 1,600. So ETH isn't back to those prices yet from last summer. You're going to set a 1 million Doge buy order at 5 cents. Probably isn't going to hit. Probably is not going to hit at 5 cents. The time to do that was 2 years ago. June of 2022 was the last time Doge made it to 5 cents. I think it bottomed at like 4.95, 4.95 cents. But since then, Doge has not hit 5 cents. Now, we were buying in August last year at 5.88, 5.95. We were buying here live on this channel. But Doge isn't going to 5 cents again. I don't think so. Now is the time to buy. Jason, thank you. Just thought I'd come on tonight and we could just kind of watch the charts together, commiserate a little bit. Again, I'll be getting in more into the news behind a lot of this tomorrow with a video, and then again, another live stream tomorrow afternoon around 4 o'clock. Yeah, I know what you meant, buy order. I knew Bitcoin having all-time highs is fake. Yeah, we've got the ETF this year. I mean, it really just front run everything on crypto trading for the cycle. And so, again, I was predicting post-halving there would be some pullback. I didn't think it would be as big as much as we've seen, because that really hadn't happened last cycle. But we just looked at 2016. 2016 was a 20% pullback. Freaking loving it. Adding to the bag. There's a good attitude. You're waiting for the dip? Well, you got a dip. You got a dip. Hey, John, how are you? What is this about? Hey, we're talking crypto here. Niraj, we already had this in April. Iran already attacked Israel. Israel's Iron Dome got like 95% of those drone missile things. So no, I don't think so. Crypto is not for the faint of heart. Definitely, folks. This isn't stock trading. Crypto could make you rich. Maz, could make you rich if you're smart about it and you have patience. You buy on the dips and you wait. You don't panic sell. You don't get freaked out. Yes. And of course, rich is different for everybody, different level. But yeah, all of this stuff, the jobs report, Israel, Iran, Japan crash, Fed behind the curve. Yep. You didn't put the R word in there, recession. Inflation still going on. Not a great economy. The time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. I said that earlier. I said that. Yeah, if Doge goes down to 5 cents, million coins for 50K. Well, we'll see. We're going to touch the high 8s again. It's looking that way. First the dip and then the rip. Don't give up. Justin's got a 7.23 cent average. Kevin's is 14 cents. Again, even if you have a lower average like 723, you can buy more at 9 cents. You think it's going to go higher? Better than just having a bunch of cash sitting in a bank inflating away, if you truly think Doge is going to go up. And if you're 14 cent average and you buy at 9 cents, you're actually lowering your overall average, but you're buying Doge at a lower price, of which you'll get more profit on when Doge goes back up. And we just covered all the things causing the dip. It's not one thing. It's a lot of things. And there's a lot of leverage. And we were covering that in the first hour on the stream. We were looking at all of the liquidations that were happening in leverage. That's what a lot of this was about, was just cleaning out all of this huge over leveraged trades. Just, 240 million alone on ETH leveraged, wiped out. 225 on Bitcoin. Total of $803 million. Total of over 200,000 trades. And the largest, like I said, was this Bitcoin trade at $27 million. One trade at $27 million on Huobi. got liquidated tonight. Ouch. Yeah, we're not going to go down 80%, Kevin. There's nothing causing that, an 80% drop. I don't see that. And as Armando says, this is normal. Every bull run, there's these pullbacks. And we've shown them during bull runs, especially 2016, 2017, there were 30, 40% pullbacks. And this isn't that. Mr. Beast scandals. Yeah, anyone who's as successful as that, there's going to be stuff going on. Doesn't surprise me. When Doge price turns around and hits 50 cents, I will buy Kriss a Taco Bell burrito. And get yourself a mail order wife. I'll take the burrito. You don't lose till you sell, Armando. You're just down, but you haven't lost yet. Tough to look at the drop and say that you've lost yet. In 45 days, I don't know where the prices are going to be, Francisco. I kind of think we're, well into September and the price is going to be higher than they are now. Solana has all sorts of challenges, Lean. All sorts of challenges. FTX still holds a crap ton of Solana. A lot of FUD out there about faking numbers on their numbers of transactions, their transaction speeds, and their total value locked with all of this bot trading on worthless tokens, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is just, so there's a lot of that going on, which is really faking that. But there are also a lot of, I don't want to say good things happening on Solana. It's hard to tell. I mean, certainly successful meme coins like Bonk, on Solana is like, does that really make a blockchain like a good blockchain because it has some successful meme coins? I don't know. But yes, FTX still holds, or what's left of FTX still holds a crap ton of Solana tokens that over the years are going to get unlocked or diluted in some manner. What is a good point in Solana? 120 to 125. I mean, Solana still went up so much last fall and this past winter that my base right here was 125. So anything lower than that, which we had that dip here tonight down to 122.5 was the dip there. That seemed to me like that was probably a pretty good buy price if you're interested in investing in Solana. I am not at this price. I think Solana is overvalued. A year ago, you could have gotten Solana for $15. You bought your first crypto August 2nd. Well, Ricochet, you could have bought back in March and you would be down a lot more if you bought your first crypto in March. So be thankful for that. Because all of crypto was much, much higher back in March. This is actually a good time in this cycle to be starting in crypto. This is actually a good time because there's a lot of people, and a lot of people here in the chat, who are down on their crypto. And if you're new now and just buying your first crypto now, you're buying at some pretty good prices, in my opinion. Signs of recovery still, guys. Yep, I just saw that, Vincent. Just going up a little bit more. I hit here. Apologizing. Sorry for the drop. It's all your fault, right? Yep. If Doge has utility, it can go to $1. Why does the whole crypto market go down at the same time? Giannis asks, which is a legitimate question, but the same thing happens with the stock market. So it's all about, that's how markets move. They move together for the most part. You're going to see the stock market tomorrow, the United States, New York Stock Exchange, and NASDAQ all go down. It doesn't mean those companies are any worse, right? It's all about global events, fear, what can happen. And that's what moves markets. Now, every once in a while, there's a company on the stock market that has like a bad quarter, bad earnings report, and it goes against like what everything else does, or all the markets are going down, but you have one company that has great profits, it may go up. So you have a few outliers there, but generally it all moves together. And that is mostly due to the big traders that are trading every day. They're trading for the market, but also against the market. And if they're seeing red, they're shorting, betting there's going to be more red. Same thing in crypto. Scared to go to bed, wake up in the morning and see what the price is? I know, fishbowl, right? We're starting to see a little positivity here right now. So you're on Robinhood? Yeah, that's where I started. I bought my first Doge on Robinhood. A lot of people did. Robinhood's a good place to start. And then the more you get into it and you learn more about cryptocurrencies and different exchanges and all of that. Yep. Yeah, and if you're just buying now, first in 2024, yeah, I mean, you missed the 2021 stuff. We talk about that a lot on this channel, particularly with Dogecoin, because Dogecoin went on a big run in its price in 2021. And we're hoping 4 years later in 2025, we're going to see that same kind of big run. Right now, we're still in the summertime. The year before we expect is going to be the biggest bull run of this cycle. And so we're trying to survive a dip in the market. That's where we are right now in the big picture of things. Totally manipulated. Blaze. Totally manipulated. Yes. Again, hunting leverage. Market makers dropping prices to take out those large leveraged bets. Yes, totally manipulated. Justin, you're welcome. Glad I could be here for the commiseration. Low Roller remembers when Dogecoin went up to 5 cents. Was waiting it for drop back under 1 and it didn't happen. I know, crazy. There was that whole time in like that late March into early April 2021, and Doge just, it'd go to 5 cents, then it went to 6 and went to 7. People say, no, but buy back when it goes back to 5. And then middle of April, it just took off. And I know someone who was totally out of a big swing trade and missed the whole run. What's up, bull run? Time to short? Not yet. Not yet. When is the last time ETH dumped over 20% in a single day? Yeah, that was a big, let's see, overall, this drop, yeah, it did 20%. Now it's recovered from its lowest. It's already recovered back up 10%. Look at that. If you bought ETH right there at the bottom at like 21.10, you're already up 10% on that recovery. Wow. This is big for ETH. Oh, we've got some short liquidations going on here. Look at that on ETH. Somebody just lost $1 million on a short. $1 million on a short because they probably bought down here, bought in to short ETH even lower, and they just got liquidated because ETH went back up 10%. Degen leverage traders. Wow. Wow. Bull market soon. Love the positivity, Omar. You bought $500 worth at 9.2, and now you're already up because it's now at 9.34. Nice. You have 2 bags of Doge, one at 7, one at 11. So your overall average is 8. So you're, yep, still in the green. Yeah, Bull Run was buying Pepe last summer when it was really cheap. I remember. Bull Run was telling me, hey, Kriss, you got to buy some of this Pepe. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the London market is probably going to open red as well. And then we're going to see the New York market open red. It's going to be a red Monday. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's just kind of the beginning, like the first half hour of trading is red and then it turns around. We've seen that before in stock trading. And then it all turns around. Everybody got their negativity out of the way. So we'll see. So we talked earlier, God's Mystery, about on Friday in the live stream, we were talking about recession fears, and that was the main topic. And at the end of the live stream, we were talking about what trading might look like over the weekend. And I was pretty much thinking that, as long as there's no real negative news in the United States and the economy, there wouldn't be any because, no one does anything over the weekend, that we probably have a little bit of a recovery from Friday. And, the drop we saw on Friday is what I was thinking we would get to over the weekend. But on Saturday, we dipped. And now here we on Sunday, dipping even more. But this is really more about what's happening in Japan. And also, again, there's more growing fears about Iran, Lebanon, Israel, and that whole Middle East uneasiness there, and whether that turns into, some bigger conflict. Markets don't like that, especially crypto. It doesn't like that at all. So all of that kind of rolls up. And then you get all that leverage trading on top of that the exchanges and the market makers want to take out. Will Dogecoin go up this week? Well, I mean, it's hard to think that 10 days in a row of negative, 10 days in a row of red candles. This is the Dogecoin chart on the daily. So 10 days in a row of red candles. Hard to believe that would continue. So no, I think we're going to have a recovery next week. I just don't see the downward trend continuing through the week. Maybe it levels off and we trade around 9-10 cents for a few days. That's a possibility without any huge big recovery. We'll be watching that. Join me at 4 o'clock on Monday, 4 o'clock East Coast time, Monday. And I'll be live again. If Bitcoin dumps to 50K, you'll be buying more Bitcoin? Bitcoin seems to be holding above this orange line here like I've had. That's at 53.5. Solid support. Sorry, you don't see the line there. There it is. 53.5. That's my solid support line. And I've had that line since July 4th. I've had that line. So, and that's where it hit today. They've been liquidating those longs all day long, bull run. Are there more longs to liquidate at lower prices? Yeah, probably, but it can't just keep going down all the time. They're going to want to run the price up and start liquidating the shorts. DCAing for the next 2 months. Good strategy flow. Always dropping the knowledge. I'm trying. You just picked up 20 ETH. Wow. There's a big buy. Good luck, Jay. Good luck with that ETH bet. Right around 2,300. A lot of people calling for $5,000 ETH by the end of the year because they think once this grayscale selling slows down of the spot ETFs that ETH is going to go wild, so you'll have doubled your recent purchase here in just a few months. That could happen. That could happen. Good luck, Jay. I also own about 20 ETH or so, so I'm with you. I want it to do well. You're probably going to hold. You're down on CC, still holding. Why sell for a loss? Exactly. The only time, in my opinion, you want to sell for a loss is if you're trying to average out some profits that you already took on other coins, so you don't have to pay the tax liability on the ones you sold for a profit. So if you sell some for a loss in this tax year and you even that out, then you don't have to pay the tax on the profit on the other. So something to think about. So sick of the dumps, Henry? Well, Mr. Cheyenne, it's not going to be soon, but we still think Elon's going to do something with Doge, but it's not going to be soon. You're broke, can't buy anymore? Yeah, me too. I'm broke. It's all in. Flow Finder's got an 8.7 cent average. Good. Yep, I'm staying positive. I'm not down. I'm just spitting facts here, trying to keep it real. Bottom at 9 cents, you think? It's fighting it. It's fighting it right now. It is fighting it. Elections will pump, most likely. But we've got other things happening this fall too. Fed lowering interest rates, most likely in September. Continuing the money printing happening. And the elections. That should all add up to good things. Did Doge drop down to 9th place? Did Ton pass it? Maybe. I hadn't checked that. Yep, Ton coin passed Doge. Ton coin over 24 hours is down 10% and Doge is down 15%. So 13.5 billion for Ton, 13.3 for Doge. It's close. But yeah, Ton has passed Doge. I'll bet Doge repasses Ton on a recovery. I'll bet that happens. Please don't end early tonight. I'll try and stay on for a little longer. Hello, Zana. How are you? Welcome. We're talking crypto, talk a lot about Dogecoin, but cover other coins as well here. Subscribe, like the stream, all of that. Appreciate it. Someone else just bought more. Vincent. Looks like we're getting a little dip again here happening. As Bullrun says, fake recovery, it's going to go lower. I don't know about 100, but or 100%, but when's it going to stop? I know. A lot of negativity. A lot of negativity in the markets right now. Let's see what's happening with the futures market here. Yeah, still 2.4% down on NASDAQ, 1.4 on S&P. So yeah, those are not good numbers. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Matt, we'll see you at 4 tomorrow. When is the bull run? Yeah, we were talking about that, Senju. October, November. That's what I'm looking at. Bull run thinks January, but I think October, November. It starts October, November. We just got to get there. We got to get through the summer, get through September. McLean bought in April 2021 when it was 30 cents and then averaged down to 10. Good. Well, it'll be back up above it soon. Justin, that's a good story. You had $12 to spend on Robinhood in early 2021. You bought Doge at a penny and watched it double to 2 cents and you sold it. And that 2 cent, that's when I bought MyDoge. And that was on January 29th, 2021. So I have your Doge. I have your Doge. You sold at 2 cents. I bought at 2 cents. Triggered my last limit order at 916. Nice. I don't know about Solana. I'm not the one to ask. But I mean, if you listen to James at Invest Answers, he's a Solana maxi. So he's never going to say one bad thing about Solana. You're only going to hear good things from him. I kind of look at the good and the bad and kind of weigh the two. Completely surprised Solana went on the run that it did last fall and this past winter. Completely surprised. Can Solana maintain that and go up even higher through the rest of this bull run? I don't know. I'm not buying at this price. I'm not buying Solana. I think there's going to be so many other cryptocurrencies that are going to outperform Solana from this point going forward. You've bid in Robinhood. Where are you located? Are you in the United States? I use Coinbase. I didn't put my border up. There's my border. Because I have links in the description below for Coinbase and Robinhood if you guys are interested in trying out those two, because I do have affiliate accounts with them. I use Coinbase for most of my crypto trading now. I like their exchange. They do have fees, but they do have a better spot price action between the bid and the ask as opposed to Robinhood. You buy in Robinhood, you're buying at an inflated price. You're selling for a less price than you see on other exchanges. That's how they make their profit. So yeah. Seems like the fourth day of the month is a letdown. Yeah, July 4th was bad. And here we are, August 4th. Yeah, something about that, Ron, right? This is exactly where we were 1 month ago. I was live the night of July 4th, commiserating about a big drop in the markets. And here we are again. I don't know, Gene, 7-cent Doge. I mean, it's 9.1. Could there be another big dip? And it could drop below 8 cent, maybe hit 7.99, maybe. Dollar cost average, best thing you can do. I don't know about a surprise cut, Mars. I've heard a lot of talk about the Fed stepping in August and doing a surprise cut before the FOMC in September. I just don't think they're going to do that because it'll make them look bad. Because they didn't cut in July when everybody outside of the United States thought they should have. It'll just make them look bad. So I think they'll wait for September. And it won't be a 50 basis. It'll be 25. They'll take it slow and easy. That's what I think. And that's what I've been thinking for months. I've been saying September, 25 basis points. Sonic Case bought some ETH as well. I know, CDM, all this time waiting for 10 cents and now we're at 9. I know. You're $4,000 in debt still? Oh, I know, loving the prices, but the debt. Got to pay off that debt, man. Whatever it takes. That's the financial smart thing to do, is to get that debt paid off. Will the markets go higher? I think they will, but holding that debt is still, ugh. You see it going lower when the US stock market opens. Yeah, Jace. I'm kind of with you. But I kind of think the stock market is just it's going to have a sell-off at market open And then I think it's probably going to turn around and recover. I've seen it happen before, many times. It would not be beyond the US government to manufacture a war to get an economy out of recession. It has happened before. That would not surprise me. But that doesn't help the regular people in the country, right? That helps the war machine, right? The Raytheons and, those other big weapons companies. It doesn't help everywhere else. So, not great. There isn't going to be a cut. They'll do a cut in September. I still think so, Jace. I still think we're going to see September cut. The Fed's got to do something. The economy's not getting better. All this waiting for the data, that's getting old. Getting old. I know the monthly chart, Chef Boy R. Diego. Let's see, that is Bitcoin monthly returns. That's this chart. And they show October. This is what we're waiting for. October last year, Bitcoin was up 28%. 2022, during a bear market, it was still up 5.5%. 2021, it was up 39%. 2020 was up 27%. 2019 was up 10%. 2018, the previous bear market before that, down 3%. Look at 2017, 47% gain. 2016, 14% gain. 2015, 33% gain. That is why everybody thinks October is going to be a great month for cryptocurrency. Because, it's just historically been very, very green. So that's what Chef was talking about. And he's right. That's what we're looking at. And then on the 4-year cycles for November, 2020, November was up 42%. And then 2016, up 5%. But the bull run year, 53%, 2017. Wow. So we'll see. But yeah, that's what we have to look forward to this fall. And that's why I've been saying, let's just get to the summer. Let's get to the summer and try and limit this damage. Because that's pretty tough. You have 1 million Doge? Any suggestions? Like what? Put it in a ledger wallet? Hold on? You're not going to do something silly like sell it. Not after a big dip like this. This is not the time to sell. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not selling. Not now. I just DCA'd 24 hours ago and it dropped more. Yeah, blue horse. But like in 5 months from now, we'll look back and it'll be like any price in these areas was a good price. Is Bitcoin headed to 48K? Well, 48 is my next level if Bitcoin drops below 53.5. So, and that would be tough. But right now, Bitcoin seems to be stabilizing here, just above 54K. Sell and run away. Yeah, I know, CDM. February is a good month too. February was so long ago now. When life was good, the end of February, everything was going up. Ooh, an ETH liquidation on the short side just got taken out. So now as ETH is recovering, they're going to take out shorts. Awesome. Hey, if we have a 2017 kind of bull run going forward, low roller, that will be awesome. We will be celebrating. We will be celebrating, but it's too early to think about that. Look at spell token. I have not looked at the spell chart. I have not looked spell. Oh, there's my buy price right up here. 00055. And we're at 00042. Ouch. Yeah, I kind of thought this was one of them that had gone lower than my buy price. Dropped right there on Saturday noontime. Yeah, not a great looking chart there for spell. Looked like it had tried to hold out here Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, up through Saturday, Monday last week to Tuesday, and then it just fell off the table. From Tuesday last week to now, 40% drop. Ouch. So is this a good buy price for a spell token? It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Certainly looks like it. When's the last time spell token was at this price? The last time spell token was at this price was October of 2023. Wow. October of 2023. Well, there you go, low roller. Yeah, I bought on this dip somewhere around December timeframe, if I recall, at 00055. Still holding. Not going to sell now. Still looking at stabilizing here. Bitcoin as well. I believe the bull run will end no later than Feb 2025. Yeah, Daniel, it's hard to think about what's going to happen after. Well, I mean, let's say Trump wins the presidency, right? And all these fake numbers, like economic numbers that the Biden administration has been putting out pre-election is all going to become real. And the economy probably is not going to be much better. But if we do get a crypto run, just because of all the good news happening in crypto, it might might not have a complete bull run through 2025. That could happen. That could happen. Yeah, I mean, could it continue on? I don't know. And maybe there isn't a true altcoin season, and maybe that doesn't happen. There's nothing says it has to. Hard to say. You would think eventually there would be a rotation from Bitcoin into altcoins, but I think that would only happen as if the economy looks really good, and I don't think it's going to be looking really good anytime soon. So you're not going to see a rotation from Bitcoin into altcoins. People are holding their Bitcoin. ETH looks appealing right now. It does. Holding it around 2320. The big dips of the night look like they're done. Volume is ticking down. So prices look like they're maybe stabilizing for the night. Yeah, bull run. Why don't you buy back into Spell? You can get it at a lower price now than what I bought it at. You don't believe in it though. Okay. You have 1 million Doge, 1.7 million Doge at a 8.8 cent average. That's pretty good. Very good. Yeah, $9.95, Johnny. I had a limit order. I had another sub 10-cent limit order that hit right here. Came down and hit $9.95, and I was like, awesome, look at that. It turned around and went back up. That was a perfect, absolutely perfect buy at $9.95 right there. Hit right at the bottom, got my limit order, and then moved up to 10.5 cents. And I was like, oh, that was awesome. And then this happened. Ouch. What can you do, right? But I'm buying on the dip, right? And that was the dip. That was the dip today. So I thought. True. If Doge gets payments on X, everything changes. And we don't know what will happen with Dogecoin then. But we wait. I know, Bull Run, you've got a lot of low price things probably in your portfolio. So yeah, Spell is just another of them. Still dipping. It's kind of holding. I see it kind of holding right now. How much Doge? It's still under 3 million. It's 2 point something. How many Spell tokens? Hey, what's up, Charles? Welcome. How many Spell tokens? I don't remember. I got to call up my spreadsheet. Because I don't remember. I have too many coins. Bull Run, I have too many coins. 10 million. 10 million Spell tokens at a 0.00055 average, which I bought on December 13th. Again, I'm looking at a spreadsheet on my laptop down here where I keep all of my purchases and sales of all of my crypto. So what's the price of Spell now? I'm going to call this up again. See what the damage is. 4307. So that means I'm down 22% out of a $5,500 investment. I'm down $1,200 right now on Spell. That's what I got. What's wrong with coin market cap prices like Doge, Elon, Mars, and Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't follow those. Sheeb? Sheeb has been hurting for a long time, James. 0.00012 is the price of Sheeb now. We were talking about Sheeb last week, actually, with this just not a good looking chart. I mean, most things are down since March, yes, but Sheeb just hasn't had much going for it and is now at price it hasn't seen since 29th of February. Will Sheeb go on another big run like it did here early March? Maybe. But yeah, this has been pretty poor performance compared to most other cryptos. I mean, I could say, yeah, from its peak here on March 4th down to its current price, it's down 75%. For a top 20 crypto, that's pretty bad. 75%. What's Doge down from its high? 58%, 59%. So not as bad as Sheeb. What's Bitcoin down? Let's see. 27%. So there you go. 27% to 58, 59% to 75%. That's why people are holding on to their Bitcoin and not going to be rotating Bitcoin to altcoins right now. Still too much uncertainty in the markets. So I don't think that is going to happen until October probably. And that's when we may see some alt season happen and see the Bitcoin dominance come down a bit. Would probably not be till October. I know all the meme coins that had been the narrative of 2024, right? It was all the meme coins, and they are just getting slaughtered. Well, the big ones anyway. I'm sure there's some new ones that are like going up. Always happens. But the big ones, make it stop. Yeah, we'll see how the market reacts in the morning. Like I said, I think we're going to have the beginning of the US stock market will be very red, but we may see a turnaround during the day. Iggy Azalea's mother is down 51% just this week. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that. Fingers crossed for the turnaround. Absolutely. All right, gang. That's what we got for tonight. Looks like it's trying to stabilize. Bitcoin above 54K, Doge above 9 cents. So we're going to check in on this tomorrow. Can be live at 4 o'clock East Coast time. So join me then live. We'll probably have a video in the morning time, sometime to sort of follow up this stream with more on the news side of things and what's going on, because we weren't really getting into too deep on all of the news during this live stream, because I mean, we were seeing if the price was going to continue to drop or stabilize or even have a V-shaped recovery, but that doesn't appear to be happening. So, but stabilizing is good. Volume ticking down, that'll be good. See how things look in the morning. Hope you all are doing well. Hold on. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.